My name is Jikara, and for those of you who are here for the first time, I am a spiritual healing facilitator, and I have this week to talk about different topics that are related to different things. And today is going to be a really special topic because it's not something that we think about a lot when we are in a spiritual journey. And I'm super excited to bring in someone that I met through a community, and she's a beautiful soul. I've connected through her Instagram, and I've been following her for a while. And I just love the way that she connects to us. And she's just such a beautiful, loving soul. And she's really trying to help people bring their vibration up in such a unique way. And I can't wait for all of you to meet her. So her name is Allison G, and she is an intuitive blonde. And so I'm gonna bring her in. But before I bring her in, I just kind of wanted to uh, say some announcements here. I have my cat here, by the way, so that's why I'm kind of distracted. But anyway, so I just kind of wanted to let you know that tomorrow we'll be live again at noon, the regular time, and I will be bringing in Maurice Sinclair. He's going to be talking about how to connect with spirit animals. So if you want to watch that, you can definitely come in tomorrow at noon. I'll be live again. I know that I was a little off for a couple weeks. I've been taking some time away just to really just reconnect with myself. I've been going on fast speed during this winter time, and I'm starting to realize that this is a time for us to really slow down. And I've been pushing myself a little bit too much. So here is Jazz, by the way, everyone. But without further ado, I just kind of wanted to bring in our beautiful queen sister goddess, the intuitive blonde, aka Allison G.
Hi.
Hi, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, and I'm so grateful. We were talking about before this how, before we came live, how you're just beautiful, loving, and very welcoming in your Instagram. And I almost feel like I'm talking to like my best friend and just sitting down and like watching you. And um, even though I can't really talk back, but I can definitely text you back on Instagram. But I just love that about you. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you in. And really, just the topic that today we're going to talk about, I think is so important, and something that I know for me, I left aside when I started my spiritual journey. And I feel that I felt for a while there that it was something that I needed to put aside. Like I didn't have to worry about that, right? I didn't have to worry about the way I dress or my fashion. I just had to focus on my spirituality and meditation. But you bring a really interesting perspective here, which I thought was really important to bring to the table. But before we dive into that, I kind of wanted people to get to know you and tell us a little bit about your journey and how you got to the space of recognizing this, how to raise your vibration with styling and fashion and all that good stuff.
Sure. Well, it's such an honor to share this space with you. I said this to you before, and I'll say it a million times over. You are wildly gifted and super talented. And like I said, it's really just such an honor. And I'm absolutely grateful to have this opportunity to be here to share this space with you and all of you guys. So, I am an intuitive healer and a spiritual coach. I do intuitive readings, I do energy healing, I create workshops to help high vibe women learn how to manifest. I am also a trauma healer. So I do it all. My main goal is to really support women and the collective to just vibrate at their highest and align with what it is that they truly desire and shine. And whatever modality that takes, I'm here and I am committed to helping you all to grow and evolve.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
and I love that you're looking at all of these aspects. And so how do you get started with recognizing that your vibration was directly related to your I guess to your wardrobe or your fashion choices?
Well, that's a great question. I could talk about this for hours, but so throughout my journey, again, as we all know, as you move to a different capacity of consciousness and you ascend and really connect more with your guides and open your intuition, of course, you become more sensitive to everything around you, right? To energy, and even like think the five senses. So again, like throughout my journey, it wasn't the first thing that I noticed, but I began to put something on, and I wouldn't be able to really identify why. Like it didn't feel good. Like I didn't think that it looked bad, but it just didn't make me feel super inspired and energized. And I would notice like a glaringly evident and dramatic change for when I put something on that I absolutely loved. Whether I loved the color, whether I loved how it fit me, whatever it was, whether I just like, I had this look, whatever that was, there was just such a difference from that and then putting on something that I didn't really love. And even something that looks good, if you don't feel great in it, it just doesn't work. So throughout my journey, I kept noticing that more and more often. And also, I've always been into fashion. So, like, outfits have always been my thing. I've always been like super high vibe, a little extra. No, actually, a lot extra. But, so like fashion has been something that I've been very intuitive about pretty much forever. So, again, knowing that and having that innate, and also, as I've been strengthening my intuition and opening myself up more, again, that gap and that disconnect of putting things on your body that don't feel great just became more obvious. And, also about like having things, right? And that's another thing, right? We do that
Mm.
with clothes so often, where it's like we buy things and we don't wear them, or we buy things and I was the queen of this. Like I would buy something and be like, "Oh, I love it," but like I don't know where I'm going to wear it, or it would be totally not functional. Cutest outfit, but completely
Yeah.
not functional, and it would never like leave the closet. And or buy something, okay, when I lose 5 pounds, things like that. And it's just not a good space to be in. It just creates a disconnect energetically and with your vibration, where like again, if you're buying something and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna save this for when I lose 5 pounds, that's lowering your vibration because you're saying to yourself, I'm not enough. Or you have
Mm.
to like, okay, I have to wait for this, right? And again, like just like sit with that for a second and how that feels. And that's something that we don't always immediately recognize, because I certainly didn't immediately recognize that either. But again, as I kept evolving in my journey, I was like, wait, hold on. Like, let me think about this. As a Sagittarius, I really process and overthink things. And, I'm very observant. And this became one of those things for me where I just began to like really process it. And I was like, wait, hold on. Okay, I got it. And again, even like going back to, and then it made me think, going back to mama trauma, which of course I love my mother to death. I'm sure we all do. But, we almost inadvertently become conditioned or programmed, even from
Mm.
society, where it's like, I'm so fat. People just walk around saying, I'm so fat, or I need to lose 5 pounds, or my hair looks like shit, and those things, again, people don't really think twice about them because they're almost so standard in like our culture and society. But I was like, again, I started to think about them and I was like, wait, if you're walking around all day saying like my hair doesn't look good, or this doesn't look good, and you're staring at yourself in the mirror and you're saying this is too tight, this is too big, this is too
Mm.
that, it's really just like diminishing your confidence and your empowerment, which of course ultimately lowers your vibration. And again, even going back to manifesting. So, I created this workshop called Mega Manifester. I posted about the pre-launch, but again, this is like a huge section in that, where it's really just setting yourself up for success and clearing all the blockages and removing the pollution, so you are in full alignment when you are manifesting what you desire. Because again, we all know you're sending the universe a signal, and it's like message not received if you are not on that vibration or on that energetic field. And there's a disconnect when you're looking in the mirror and you're saying things that are negative about yourself, whether you mean it or not. It's just not best practices. And again, it really causes disconnect when you are manifesting. And that can repel what it is that you truly desire. And that's another thing going into blockages. People say, like, I've been doing everything. I've been journaling, manifesting, this, that, everything that we know how to do, right? But what is the disconnect? Why am I really not aligning in the space that I want to align? And this comes up more often than not.
This is so incredible.
Yeah. And again, like, this comes up where it's like, hold on, what actually are you wearing? Also, something that I really want to note is this. So think about how through different stages of our lives, right? We outgrow boyfriends, thank Jesus, friendships,
Yes.
all these different things, right? All these different aspects, jobs. And, just think about yourself personally, like how many stages or phases you've gone through, or how many things you've outgrown as you continue on your journey to a higher capacity. And it's like things are here and you're moving up. You leave them behind and you evolve, right? The new man has evolved with the new version of you, right? We're no longer interested in whatever is down here, right? As we rise. Same thing with friends and all of that, like I just mentioned. But again, like, if you're wearing something that you've outgrown, maybe it's a style, maybe it's, a space in your life that wasn't comfortable, or again, a space in your life, even just the disconnect, right? Like, you're just not there anymore. And it's like you're trying to fit a circle into a square.
Yeah, it's really interesting what you're saying, because just before today, this sketch actually happened to me today, and I have to tell you, I was like, this is like the perfect day that this is happening to me, because I'm gonna talk to Allison today, and we're gonna chat about this. So here I am going into my closet, like, oh, what I'm gonna wear today, right? And then I'm like wearing, and I've gained a little bit of weight because I was stressed out. My mom has been sick, and like just stress, right? Like life stress. So I've been kind of, I gained a little bit of weight, and I'm trying to put on a dress. I was like, oh, I haven't worn this dress in a while, and I'm trying to wear it, and it's like too tight, and I was like, I don't feel cute in this, right? And then it was so funny because your video that you did, I remember there was this video of you, like, you had like all these clothes on your bed, and and you were just basically saying like, okay, this I'm gonna give away. This was like that image came up in my head. I was like, I need to do what she did. I need to go through my closet, and I need to like let go of some things that are not serving me at this moment. And I was thinking, I really love what you said about, oh, I'm gonna keep this just for when I lose weight. And then when I thought about that, because I thought I was like, oh, I really need to lose weight. When I thought about that, but it's like, but what about me now? I want to feel cute now, right? So what can I do to feel cute now? Because just because I've gained a little bit of weight doesn't mean that I have to like stop feeling cute. Like, what the heck is that about, right? So that was really such a beautiful thing. And if I wouldn't have had the contact with that video, I'm telling you, I probably would have gone down the downward spiral, and I would have been like, all sad, like I would have gone down that route. Why? Because I'm not, I was kind of like, that negative self-talk is so common, and I grew up with that. And I don't know why we as women, I remember one time I was out and about, and I was in the restroom, and you know how you can hear, if you're in the restroom and there's a
Mhm.
stall, next to you and people are talking, then obviously you're gonna hear what they're talking about. And this girl, she gets out of the stall, and she's with her friend, and she's looking at herself in the mirror, and all the things that she was talking about was like negative. Like I'm talking about, like, oh, my hair is ugly, I feel so ugly, and this is just this is. And then the girl was just like, her friend was just like, yeah, I know, I feel the same way. And I was thinking, and so I got out of the stall, and I just looked at her in the mirror, and I said, I looked at her because she was looking at herself in the mirror. And I looked at her in the mirror, and I said, you're beautiful exactly the way you are. And there's nothing wrong with you. And, why are you speaking to yourself that way? But, it kind of brought that to my attention. Well, honestly, I remember doing that to myself back in the day. I used to do this at a very unconscious way. I was such an
Mhm.
unconscious um, type of living that I wasn't realizing how I was speaking to my body and how I was speaking to myself. And our bodies are listening to this stuff, right? And kind of like you said, the universe is also listening. So it's like, and I didn't
Mhm.
even think about that part, like you're just blowing my mind today with like just the manifesting part. I'm like, yeah, that makes so much sense. If I am saying I want this, but then on the other side, I'm like beating myself down on the other hand, like, what am I like? Where is that aligned? Like, that's not aligned at all. And so anyway, but I just think it's so beautiful that you're bringing this to the table. And and for me, I also thought, that my wardrobe was secondary. Like when when I went into my spiritual journey, my spiritual awakening, and this might not apply to everyone, right? But at least for me, what it applied to me was the fact that I thought, well, that doesn't matter. That's of the world, right? That's of the world, and that doesn't matter. But the reality is that we come here to be in the world, right? And to be part of this world, and then also shine our light at the same time. And so I love that you're bringing this to the table, and that we're having this conversation, because I think that we tend to normalize too much in society,
Mhm.
especially for women, talking down to ourselves. And then also, as if we're witnessing someone, and I want to invite everyone here on the audience, if once you're watching this, you're here now on the replay, if you know someone, and you love them and you care for them, and they're looking at themselves in the mirror, or they're saying something negative about themselves, stop them right there. Hold their hand and say, hey, listen, don't talk to my friend that way, or don't talk to yourself this way, right? Because at the end of the day, we're here to also uplift each other. Enough of that tearing ourselves down. And I feel like also that internal tearing up down that we do to ourselves, it can get projected too, and the way that we present ourselves to others, and the way that we see others, and the way that we interact with others as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got so passionate here, but
No, I
I,
love that. I loved everything that you just said. First of all, I'm sending your mom so much healing energy because I know you
thank you.
mentioned that she was sick. So I'm sending her so much love and light. But yes, all of that. I love how you just came out of the bathroom and like hit those girls with some knowledge. And again, like that's my whole message here, and my whole mission is to really change, like you just said, like the unconsciousness and the inadvertent ways that we are not kind to ourselves. And it's honestly, it's just as self-destructive talking negative about yourself to yourself. Think about that.
Yeah.
How destructive that really is, and how unkind that really is to your soul, and how how normalized that's been for decades upon decades. And again, like my mission is to shift that, because we don't deserve that. We are worth more. Again, projection, perspective, and all of that, right? And you just mentioned that before. So if you're saying constantly, to yourself and even projecting to others. My hair looks terrible. I don't look good in this. I'm a wreck, right? Like that was like my mother's famous thing. Like I look like a wreck. But, I'm laughing, but it's again, it's really it's just it's unkind.
Yes.
So we treat people and the universe how to treat us, right? And because we're the mirror, right? And it's like if we're saying those things that clearly sounds like we don't value ourselves, how can we ask or expect to receive people that value
Mm.
us? Or how can we ask to receive what we're manifesting and what we're asking the universe for? Like, hey, I want this, but guess what? I'm not worthy.
Oh my gosh, you're so right about that.
And that's, again, the disconnect that I've really been in this space for a while and like trying to figure this out because there's a million people that know how to manifest and of course have manifested many, many, many things across the spectrum, love, all of that, healing, all the way to like material things. And that's absolutely great. But again, I feel like that is a small percentage of people that just have it like that, where they snap their fingers and they're automatically in the space to receive, right? It's the people like us that go through it that have to learn to be in the best space possible to receive, right? And that comes with a lot of trauma healing.
Oh
And
yeah.
again, trauma's all relative. No discounting anybody's trauma or whatever. But when you're conditioned to speak a certain way about yourself or to feel a certain way about yourself, and it becomes so inadvertent that you don't know another way, you have to like dismember that and then create new structures of love and value and think about like how trying that is and think about how reflected you have to be to actually have that perspective and then not only have that perspective but to be committed to doing the work because right it takes years for our bodies and our gut and our nervous system to be conditioned to do something or respond a certain way or to right? Our belief systems to be a certain way. So you can't adapt a new belief system when you still have the old one there. So
Yeah.
again, like the process goes where you have to release and heal the old, and then you have a clean slate to reframe and restructure with the new belief systems. And
Mm.
that's really that's been the game changer for me, for my personal journey, and that is my gift to the world, to the collective, is that I figured that space out. Like that is the space that most people don't preach about or most people don't share or most people are not transparent about. It's just like, okay, I got the husband, I, got the beach house, or I lost 50 pounds, or I was an alcoholic and now I'm not. All those things, great, absolutely great, no shade, no discounts. But again, in my experience, through my own experience and my experience from the people around me, my friends, my clients, my family, so many women that I love, that I admire, we're all in this space where we need new belief systems and we have to figure out what needs to be healed and
Mm.
how to connect the dots and really like turn on the wi-fi signal right with what we want to receive. and
Yeah.
and like I said, this in particular has been such a game changer. And I also want to mention, again, this is part of my personal journey. It's not going to be everybody's, but So, there were spaces in my life where I was in bad relationships, like really toxic relationships. And that was like almost like the only thing I had. It was like I was filling a void. The only thing I had was to look good on the outside,
Mm.
was to like make sure my hair was straightened, to make sure I had on like a hot outfit, make sure my nails were always done. And of course, that is me to my core.
Yeah.
But again, look at it's like the same core pattern where you're filling a void or you're putting a band-aid on something, right? And that's why it's truly important to like mesh those two, to be authentic in who you are to your core, right? But not fill a void, because it's not all about the outside. Because guess what? You can look as good as you want on the outside in terms of just the fashion, for sure, but it's the intention behind it
Mm.
that is going to be the game changer in terms of receiving. Because if the inside, there's work to be done on the inside, the outside can look good. But if the bones inside aren't strong, then that's it. There's no foundation.
Yeah.
So again, that's just a little bit of my experience. I've been all different perspectives, and that's just one of my perspectives as well that I also um, had throughout my journey. So I know that it's both. It's inside, outside, like it's the whole package in order
Yes.
to truly receive.
Yes. I love that you're saying that. And and I kind of wanted to ask you too. So, okay, girl, I know that I have to do a cleanup in my closet. I already know this. And I'm pretty sure that some people here might be considering, like, okay, well, what do I do? How can I do this? How can I start using my closet and my wardrobe to help me shift my perspective? What are the things, the practical things that I can start doing today or tomorrow or this week to start shifting things, at least in that aspect of my life?
Okay, that is a absolutely great question. And I will tell you this. By doing these strategies that I'm going to give you, will also in turn strengthen your intuition. So again, like, get into a grounded meditative space, right? Like when we're late, late for work, whatever it is, you're going through your closet. No matter what you pull out, it's not going to be right. So think about that. Again, intention. So when you're putting something on, intention and intuition, right? You want to be in a space where you are grounded, in a space where your head is clear. So whatever that means to you, taking 3 deep breaths, putting on sound bowls, lighting incense, whatever it is, or just standing there and breathing for 10 seconds. Again, whatever
Mm.
that means to you. Everybody has their own way to regroup and reground. So, that I would say is definitely the first step. So, after you do that, again, like for cleaning out your closet, literally trust your intuition. Go in and say, like, set your intention. I'm only going to put things on my body that reflect a high vibe space and the space that I'm in. Anything else that is in here, I'm going to take out. It no longer serves my highest good. And I'm going to give it with love and gratitude and continue to receive only what serves me. And
Mm.
that's just a little affirmation, because I know I've heard so many crazy things. Like people say, if you haven't worn it in a year, it has to go. Like what are some of the other things? I feel like,
There's like another one where people say that if it doesn't bring you joy, I've heard of that one. Like if it doesn't bring you joy, like you can let it go. I've heard that you put it in the box and you put it in a box for like a bunch of like 6 months or something. And if you haven't used it for 6 months, then I guess you let it go. Like um I think those are the ones that I've heard.
yeah, there's so
Yeah.
many, but I of course, if that's something that you want to do, fine. But again, go with your gut, right? Clear the space, do that little affirmation, and then just go in and take out whatever you don't think is serving your highest good. Don't overthink, because you'll be standing there for 20 minutes on the same shirt and still won't know if you want it or not, which is what we've always been doing, right? So we're not going to do that anymore. So that's why, again, it's about being in that space, trusting, and knowing that this is just about aligning with what's high vibrational, right? It's not about what size is it? Is it going to fit me next year? Am I going to wear it to so-and-so's wedding in 2 years? Like, it's not about that, because again, that's us getting wrapped up in the physical aspects that we can't control, and the physical aspects that, in my highest opinion, are very, very draining and unhealthy. And that's just, again, like, that's the whole root of why, as women, we get to these spaces. And, I feel like, I hate to describe it like this, but I also feel like it's a form of hoarding. And I have been guilty as charged, where it's like, how many shirts can I have? Like, my mother would always say to me, wow, that closet's exploding. And it would be like, yes, I have so much stuff. But like, what does that do for you besides fill a void? Like, nothing. All this stuff and nothing to wear, right? Again, and of course, you can love, it's not about the amount or what it looks like. Like, you can walk in your closet and, it's again, like, putting all the ego-driven, the fear-based, the old trauma, the attachments, like shedding that. And again, like, releasing. I feel like we want to hang on to things that, something that's 20 years old that we wore, when we were 56 pounds. I mean, like, we can hang on to like a memory and say like, yes, that was great memories. And guess what? Like, I'm going to make even more memories and have even better clothes that like suit me at this space. Remember, outgrowing things, like, back to what I was saying about that. Like, I mean, not for nothing. Like, do you ever, I mean, I certainly don't. I don't know about you guys, but like, do you really want to go back to 20 years ago?
No.
Right.
No, thank you. I'm okay right
you
now.
don't need to start anymore. It's the memories. Again, it's like being transparent and disconnecting from the attachment to something or the fear of something, right? And just releasing it. It's very important to release something with ease and grace, and not feeling like it's forced, or not feeling like you have to keep it or you have to give it away. And that's back to trusting your intuition. So as you saw what I did, and that was just like a like a mini snapshot. I just went through my closet, right? I had some time. I went through my closet, and I feel like it might have been before a new moon or a full moon. And I just was like intuitively guided to do that at that time. And again, it's the same thing as cleaning your house before a new moon, or if you were to do, any kind of a ritual or journaling or moon water, whatever. It's the same thing. Cleaning out your refrigerator. You don't want old food, right? Making space for new. And again, when you have a lot of hoarded, quote unquote, clothes or old clothes or things that you are not going to wear or don't suit you, that is how you attract stagnant energy. And thinking about and intending to give something away with love and grace, only to make space for new energy and to really promote an energetic flow, is so transformational in that space. And again, just go through your closet, whatever you take out. And then once you take it out, it's like, okay, so again, like, no overthinking, no fear, no unhealthy attachments to anything. It just like, okay, am I going to wear this? Does this reflect me at this time? It's a yes or a no real quick. And 99.9% of the time, again, when we are in the space that I just described, and you'll look at something right away, right? Egos, the veil's lifted from the ego and all of that. You can look at something immediately and say yes or no.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. Yeah,
And
I can tell you right now that I can think about my closet right now, and I can think of things that I think I'm ready to let go. Like they're ready. And they're, I mean, they're beautiful pieces. I just don't feel the I don't feel them.
exactly. And that's another thing too. We get, wow, this cost me $500, or wow, this is beautiful. Yes, like all of those things, right? Like, who wants to give away something that they, spent a lot of money on, that they really wanted, or something that they, was of high value to them at some point, or something that they really aesthetically think is a beautiful piece, and that comes into play too. But again, it's like, what's the attachment?
Right.
And again, we know, like, our intuition, like, give her credit. Right away. And in my video, it was like, yeah, I had this shirt that I like, this green tank top that I absolutely loved from Zara, and I wore it a few times. It looked great. But I during the pandemic, I my body changed a little bit. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I mean, I've been telling myself that, but no, I'm okay. But that tank top really, in no way, like, could I wear that out of the house. I mean, it at this point, it had to go. Like, what was I keeping it for? I can't even tell you. And other things too, like things with the tag on it, or things, that were really expensive, that I really, really like valued, and, were something that, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy this and it's going to be sustainable and I love it. But like, if it doesn't fit you anymore, or, like, it's, again, it's not raising your vibration. It's actually blocking the energetic flow. And it's like, the new energy that's coming in, like, it can't come in. It's not flowing properly because it's blocked, right? When you're not aligned with something, or you're not using something or connecting with it with love and positive energy, it's taking up space.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. And I feel it too. Like I don't feel like as excited, when I go into my closet. And I feel like that I just want to be excited when I go in it, right? Like I want to be excited when
Mhm.
I see the clothes. And I feel like though having those items that are not serving my highest good, kind of like how you said, they're just basically just like when I see them, I'm like, ugh. So it's like, like it takes away your energy. Basically it's taking away your energy. So it's like, and doesn't mean that the item is not good. And even the tags, the whole thing with the tags, I have things that I've worn, that I've purchased, and they didn't fit me right or whatever, and I'm like, I left them there. And and I've kept them. Oh well, maybe later, maybe later, maybe later. And later never comes. Later never comes. So it's like, might as well just take care of it now. Girl, I'm telling you, this week I am cleaning up my closet. I'm just telling
Yes.
you. And
I'm
yeah,
so glad that I inspired that. And I feel
you
like,
are inspiring me, and I hope all of y'all are inspired here to clean your closets. I listen, people are mentioning certain things here, and I kind of wanted to acknowledge.
yes. And listen,
Well,
tag me. If you guys do it, post it, tag me. I would absolutely love so much to see you guys in your closets.
yes, I'm so gonna tag you.
Yes.
I'm gonna be one of them. But I have some people here that are mentioning. So Dawn was saying that you're absolutely fabulous and highly intuitive, very fashionable,
Aw,
and she still
thanks,
reflects on
Dawn.
the reading and guidance that you gave her in the past. So that's amazing. Thank you, Dawn.
Oh,
And
thank you.
Marsha was kind of coming in. She was sharing when we were talking about the way that we speak to ourselves she was saying, the mental games that we play with ourselves. Yeah, it's just, that's why we have to be so mindful of that, and Chris came in and she said, hi everyone, I love to get dressed and feel good in my clothes and style. Yes. And it's so
Yes.
good, right? It's so good to be able to put something on and just feel like $1,000,000, right?
Such a game changer. And like I said,
Yeah.
I hope that, this can shift and transform your lives and your vibration as well. Like that is again, like that's my whole message here, is to just raise awareness to this, because again, like it's something that we all have done for so long without even knowing. Like, right? We're being mean to ourselves without even realizing it.
Yeah, and it's just not a good place to be. And like kind of like how Nicole was saying, we do this to ourselves all the time. And and it's true, like the more kind we are to ourselves, the more kind we can be to others. And
Yes.
and it starts, and it's interesting because it can start with that little thought of like, oh, I look ugly in this, or oh, this is too tight. And it may feel like very subtle, right? Like it's not as, and I'm learning that today. It's like, it doesn't feel, you might think, oh, this is innocent, but it adds up. If you're starting your day, I mean, one of the first things that we do in the morning, what is it? We take a shower and we get ready, we put on clothes. If you're starting your day saying negative things about yourself and about the clothes that you're wearing, then where are we going from there? Like the day is gonna keep going and from there. So I think it's so good
So
to
true.
bring those moments of conversations with self, where we're speaking kindly to ourselves. And Moonstruck says, I think the answer is building up our own confidence, which entails processing our positives on a daily basis. And that's so true. Giving
Agreed.
ourselves.
1000%.
And the Reiki, with Amy, she says, I took a pair of pants out of my closet that I knew was way too tight. They did not serve me.
Hi, Amy.
Awesome, Amy. Yeah, I had that issue today with a dress. So that dress is going, and it's a beautiful dress, and it's still functional, but not for me. So I'm gonna give that dress away with love, like Allison is teaching us today, just giving it away with love, and gratitude. And then she said last year she got rid of 3 bags of clothes. It was so hard, but it felt good. It felt clean, and it's so
Yes.
true. You
So much
know,
new space.
yeah, like just creating that new space, and giving ourselves that beautiful that beautiful opportunity to just allow new things to come into our lives. And she also said, I feel like part of it is fear and security based. I think she's talking about,
Mhm.
when we're talking about keeping things for a long time,
Absolutely.
like we might not be able to get more if we get rid of it. And that's so true. I've had that conversation inside of me before, where I'm like, oh, I shouldn't get rid of this because I might need it later. And then later I don't know if I'm gonna be, what if I don't want to have to spend the money again? What if I don't have the money
Yeah.
later? But you're
Yes.
already putting yourself, in that position of thinking that you're gonna be in scarcity in the
A lack
future, right?
mindset. Exactly. And, like real quick, that's like what I was absolutely what I was saying before. And, there's been situations, I mean, full transparency here, where I've saved something that had like a tiny little hole in it or a tiny little stain. And I'm like, it's fine. Like, I'll just wear, like, if it was on the sleeve, like, oh, I'll just wear something over it. But it's like, think about how not high vibrational that is.
Mm,
Like we need to like walk out of the house, right? Energy from the inside out, right? We radiate. What we omit is what we receive back. From the inside, like feeling like $1,000,000, literally. And it's not about anything materialistic. It's about the energy and the vibration and the feeling, right? Like we wouldn't, be with somebody that didn't value us, or be with
right.
somebody that hid us, right? Or hid a part of our arm or whatever. So, like, why would we do it to ourselves?
Right. That is so true. That is so true. And and I think this is such a beautiful conversation of, really doing that work, and this is part of the work. When we talk about the work in the spiritual world, this is it, right? It's like looking at things that may look mundane, like going through our closets, and may look mundane, like shifting the way that we speak to ourselves, or what we're going to choose, and making sure that we're choosing things that we intuitively feel beautiful in,
Mm-hmm.
or we feel, like $1 million in, right? It may seem like little things, but they all add up to really serving our highest good and serving us. And and so Marcia was saying that her husband is a hoarder, and she tries to tell him this, like she tries to tell him to let go of things. And I'm the same way with my husband. I feel like I've been like after him to let go of, like, he has clothes. I'm telling you, Allison, oh my gosh, like when he was like 19 years old, I'm like, dude, it's time to let go of this. Like, enough.
I feel like men could be worse than us. Men wear the same clothes for 50 years. Or
Oh,
they wear the same 3 things for 50 years. I don't know. But either way, it is very extreme.
it is something else. And then, and then I was going to ask you too, because, okay, so I kind of wanted to, okay, so it's good to let go, right? But what about when we're attracting, like when we want to bring new things, like we want to go out shopping, or we want to go out for new clothes? Like, what is the strategy that you have been using lately in regards to buying something new? Because I, at least for me, like, I know, like in the past, and I'm, hey, guilty as charged, I'll buy something just because of, it's whatever, it looks cute, but then it's really not for me. Like when I put it on, it's like not for me, right? Like, and then I kind of keep it. It was like, oh well, maybe I'll change my mind later, but I really don't. I never do.
And then we're back to square one.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
exactly, it's the same principles. Only buying things that feel great. Put it on, right? Try it on if you can immediately. Does it feel great? Again, it's the overthinking. It fits, but I don't love it, but I might wear it here, right? Think about the beginning of this conversation and all of the things that we started with. And then when we're buying things or we're shopping, it's the same, right? Oh, maybe I'll use this, I don't know, in 5 years when my cousin gets married. Maybe I'll use this when I go out. It fits, but I don't really like the color. Or, it's on sale, which
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
again, that's something that I also struggled with, where it's like
Yes.
a
Me
lack
too.
mindset, where like I would buy, like I would need nothing actually, but I would go and I'd be like, oh my God, they're having a sale, or this is on sale. I have to get it. What if
Yes.
what if it's like, it's like the world is going to end and like I'll never have access again to a denim jacket, but what does that
Yeah.
say? Like what is embedded inside of me that is like either hoarding or scarcity, where I have to get something just because it's on sale. Like I'm saying that I'm not going to have access. And again, that's right back to a lack mindset or to fear and not high vibrational. So again, just knowing you're only going to buy something that you really love, not like love. And
Yeah.
that's been
Love.
a game changer, especially when you are shopping or you're choosing something to buy. And I feel like it's just gotten like out of control in terms of like online shopping, which of course I love
Yes.
online shopping,
Yes.
but I also am super old school, and I'm a mall girl. Like I'm an 80s girl. I love going
Yeah.
to the mall, and I grew up going to the mall with my friends, and that's it's to me, going like shopping to a mall is a vibe. But again, it's
It is.
the times I shop online, we all shop online, but again, it's right back to the same thing. Like, why am I buying this? Do I love it? Even
Mm.
if it's online, if you get it online and it's not great, return it or
Yeah.
give it away to somebody, and that's something that, again, like sort of created a little bit of a barrier for me where I had to reflect a little. Everything is from Amazon, is $5, $10, Sheen, and it is so accessible. So it's like you get 15 things for $100, let's say. And,
Yeah.
we all go crazy. I'm like, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then it's like, wait, that's the opposite of lack. That's a little obsessive. And then you're buying things just to buy it. And, out of 15 items, 5 of them you love. And then, but what about the other ones, And then it's like, oh, well, I just got this. And, it's weird to return. Like, all of these, like, not Amazon, but, Shein and all of these other companies.
Yeah, those are kind of hard to return. Like Amazon is so much easier, but like Shein and all of it's like, oh, now I have to go through this whole thing. I don't know. And it was so inexpensive that girl, I am one of those people. I've had things that were still like I was thinking about returning and they were still, in that little baggie that they send in like the mail bag.
Like a big Ziploc.
And just put on the Ziploc, yeah, and then you put them there, and I just kept them there. And it's like, what am I doing with this stuff up here? Like, why is this? I'm not even wearing. I don't even want it. It doesn't even fit me. And so I let go of it. I let go of it. I gave it away. But you're right. I mean, I have been one of those people that have kept, but I would keep it for a long time. Oh, well, maybe later. Maybe what maybe later? Like, what maybe later?
When is later? Later?
What is later? Yeah, quality over quantity. And that's true. Actually, yes. I'm gonna ask you about this. Because Reiki Amy was saying quality over quantity. So yeah. I was gonna tell you, what do you think about minimalists though? About the minimalistic, how some people, have you ever heard of that? Where you have like
I have heard of that.
Yeah, like so you have like I guess, I mean, I think there's some extremes, so I mean, what I'm gonna say is something extreme, y'all. So okay, I'm not saying that this is, I thought about it, I was like, well, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but then I was like, I like to change things around, but it's like this idea of having the same thing, only 10, like I guess only 10 shirts and only 10 pants or something like that, and that's all you have in the closet. What do you think about that? Because
okay, so
me, I don't know.
The Sagittarius in me, remember I said it was extra? The way that, I am being a little dramatic, but nothing about me is minimalist. And the thing is, everybody has their own style and their own vibe. But again, like you were saying, if you can only have certain things, again, you're limiting yourself. Like, it's not intuitive. I'm all about authentic and intuitive. If your gut tells you, you know what, I'm comfortable, because some people are. Like, I am very, like, my space, like my home is very uncluttered. It's not minimalist, but like I don't like I go nuts if there's too much like in one space, or something is like a little OCD, like not aligned or whatever. Whereas other people are not bothered by that. And it's the same thing with fashion and with dressing, where some people, like, I have to have 10 bracelets on. Some people only want one. Back to you, what feels good to you. If it feels good to you to have 5 bracelets on, that's what you should do. If it feels good to you and it's way overstimulating to have 5 on at once, then you wear one, and that's beautiful for you. And that is my take on that. For me, my personal style is not minimalist, because for me, again, it's just, I'm very aesthetic. I'm also a Libra rising. So between the Sag and the Libra, no minimalist here. But if somebody, again, people get overstimulated very easily.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whereas if they were wearing, let's say, a shirt and a pants the same color, or the color was too vibrant, or they had on too many accessories, it may be overstimulating for them, and in turn, not high vibrational. So then that doesn't work for them. I think it's about doing what works for you and what feels great for you.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think that that's true. Like everyone's going to have a different way of approaching this. I'm kind of like, for me, it feels a little like I just wish I had like a uniform Monday through Friday, and then I just have like play clothes for the weekends or something. Like, but I would not, like, at least for me, I would not want to be in a minimalistic type of energy, because for me
No.
it feels restrictive.
Yes.
And I just feel like I can't have fun with it. But
And the same goes with being in a space that is, and I keep saying this, too overstimulating, where it's cluttered or it's overstimulating. And that is also, reflects your mind, right? Like, are you grounded? Are you tuning into your intuition? Are you focused? Are you really able to connect with what's going on around you or what you're putting on if you do feel overstimulated? So again, either way, I think that you just have to do what works for you. But I will go back to what Amy said, and I am in total agreement that quality is something that is very important. Quality of something. Again, going back to how it feels. It has nothing to do with a monetary value, but I mean, a lot of times that is aligned, right? Like if you pay more for something, it looks better, it feels better, the material's better, whatever. But having nothing to do with that, but a lot of times, like, it gets overstimulating for me. Like, okay, back to the Sheen, right? Like, if you buy a white tank top, where you're like, okay, like it's not necessary for me to spend $60 on a white tank top. Like, I'd
yeah,
rather,
exactly.
for me, I love sunglasses and bags. Like that, I will spend. Like for me, that's it. But like a white tank top, I'm like, whatever, Sheen, it is $5. But again, it's not the monetary, but if I put it on and I wash it once and then it doesn't look right or it's like pilling, the next time I put it on, it's not going to feel great.
Yeah, that is so true.
So
Oh my
that
gosh.
is, okay, so
Yes.
maybe spend the 60, like again, being intentional and intuitive. So if you notice that something like that happens, then, buy the $60 one and it's a little bit more sustainable.
Yeah, and it lasts longer too, like a lot of the clothes. I'm not saying that this applies to everything, but
Right.
I feel like certain brands that they, I mean, they just last longer. They're better made,
Absolutely.
and the quality of the fabric and everything, and the way it feels, the way it actually feels on the body, and the way it dresses you as well. Like it's gonna be different than, because I have noticed with Shein, some things gonna look cheap, cheaply made.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say that everything looks perfectly amazing with them, because some things kind of look like, okay, well, this was sewn a little
Yeah,
fast.
if it's like crooked or it's not stitched right, I mean, who wants to put that on?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I love this conversation, and for everyone that is watching this right now, if you have any questions for Allison about this, please do post your questions here. We are going to segue into the readings soon, but and don't worry, we will start the reading soon, but for now, I just kind of wanted to invite you to go into her Instagram. It's right there under her name, the intuitive blonde _ healing, and please do go in there and follow her, connect with her, and make sure that you reach out if you have, if you
Yes.
want to work with her. Maybe you want to work with or maybe participate on her manifestation workshop that she has coming up. Then definitely you want to make sure that you follow her, so that you know when that's going to when that's going to come next, and so that you can participate on that. If you're connecting with her in her heart, in your heart, from your heart to her heart, then make sure that you connect with her, and reach out to her on Instagram. But in the meantime, since she's here, if you have any questions for
Mhm.
her about this topic, and you want to, maybe something came up in your mind and you're like, what about this? What's what can she tell me about this? Then make sure that you drop it in the comments. We are definitely reading your comments here. I promise you. We're just so into it right now. I'm like, into this conversation, and I love this, because I come from experiencing, so much rejection towards fashion, even though I was a fashion photographer myself, and I was experiencing that because I thought it didn't it didn't go together. I thought that if I focused on that, then I was doing something wrong. And so I just kind of I love that this approach, and I just want to thank you so much for sharing this with us, because I think that that this might not be for everyone, because for you it sounds like you've always been attached or connected to your fashion, but for
Yes.
me, I felt like I had to let go of it for whatever reason. I just felt like I had to let go and not focus on that as much. And so now I'm starting to invite that into my life again, but from a different
Mhm.
perspective. And I love this perspective that you're bringing in. So
Thank
this is such
you.
a perfect time to have this conversation, because I do want to go shopping for new clothes. So
I can't wait to see all your new clothes. Yes,
so
and
now I have,
please,
like,
again, tag me in anything that you guys think is relevant. I would love to connect with your stories and your truth and, your own journey. And again, like you don't have to be a fashionista or like really love fashion, but it's so imperative to be intuitive and to be mindful and authentic with what we're putting on our bodies, and how we're speaking to ourselves. And right. And that's the first thing that we tend to like, the first thing that we tend to do in terms of like self-destruction, right? There's people, they don't drink, they don't smoke, they, all these things, but like they'll tell themselves how bad they look,
right. Yes.
and just being intentional about being kind to yourself and about really like accessing that next level and that next frequency, just by like these small steps and being mindful about these things that we do every day, right? We get dressed every day. We get our nails done or we don't, or we get our hair done or we don't. All of these things, and they truly make such a difference, game changing difference in terms of aligning with what we want. And again, like make or break. And that's really super important. And more important than that is you will feel so much better and so much more inspired and so much more energized and able to give and receive love to yourself and to those around you when you level up to a space that feels so good or so much better.
I love this so much. Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful. So I see here that some people they don't have questions, but they're saying that they need some new spring clothes.
Yes.
I'm feeling into that too. And I was feeling that too. I was going into my closet and I wasn't feeling it. And I thought about it and I thought, you know what? You answered my question for me today, because I had this question this week. I was like, why am I feeling like I don't want my clothes anymore? I just outgrew my clothes, and that's okay. And that's okay. So yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so I just outgrow my clothes, and that's okay. We can just move on to the next thing, and allow ourselves to wear the things that we enjoy. So yeah. So okay. So everyone, if you don't have any questions, we'll start segueing into some readings. I know that a lot of you are probably waiting for that.
Yes.
Because I know that's the what is it? That's the sweetness here that people are come for. They come in for the readings too. So we're gonna start segueing into that, and also I don't know if y'all know, I didn't mention this at the beginning, but Allison also has her own oracle deck that she
Yes.
created. And so can you tell us a little bit about that oracle deck?
Yes, I will actually definitely incorporate it into some of the readings tonight. It's called Speak Your Truth. It is an oracle deck. It's a little extra, just like me. The messages are intended, again, to raise your vibration. The messages are funny. And again, it's really just intended to allow you to connect at a whole nother level and laugh a little bit. So I will definitely pull some cards from here for your readings. This way you guys will get to, hopefully connect with these messages yourself. It also comes with a guidebook and an instruction manual. If you follow me on Instagram, I use these all the time. And I also give you some strategies to use this deck or any deck to strengthen your intuition and to really, guide your soul or guide your day or whatever it is that you're setting your intentions for.
Awesome. And where can they buy the Oracle deck?
So my website is almost published, but again, the easiest access point is through my Instagram. I post everything. You can DM me. I will post my website. I post my YouTube channel. Everything is accessible through my Instagram for sure.
Oh yeah, and then also y'all, she has a YouTube channel. So if you want to follow her, as under The Intuitive Blonde, The Intuitive Blonde on YouTube. So you can also find her there. We were trying to figure out a way to get this video streamed over to her channel at the same time, because now StreamYard has that option, but we couldn't figure it out. But hopefully next time we can get it so that you guys can have access to that. But if you want to go and follow her there as well, you can go onto YouTube, the Intuitive Blonde, and
yes, Intuitive Blonde Healing.
The Intuitive Blonde Healing.
Yes.
And follow her there, and as well as the Instagram, the Intuitive Blonde _healing. And so I kind of wanted to also mention, because I always forget to do this, but please share and like this video, y'all. I totally forgot to say that, but just please do share and like, because when you share and like this video, then you're letting the algorithm know that people do like this video, and the more people can see this, and then the more people can actually receive the message, the important message that we have shared today. So share this with someone that you love. The replay is going to be available, so you can share this video and they can watch the replay or also watch it now. So please do that right now. And I kind of wanted to also take a moment to thank all of my supporters. I want to thank all of you for joining my Cosmic Light Activation membership. I'm going to put your names here right now. Thank you so much, all of you, for supporting this channel. Your support every month is so imperative, because I don't have any backers. I don't have any, anyone really like supporting right now. I don't have any businesses supporting this right now. So your support is truly so important. So thank you so much, everyone, for being part of this. If you are interested in coming into the membership, just make sure that you go into my website and the Blooming Lotus Healing, and you will be able to find out how to and once you sign up for my email list. So you have to sign up for my email list, because I don't have it open right now. But thank you everyone who is part of my support group for this channel. Okay, so
I love that.
Yes, I kind of wanted to just celebrate those people who are really supporting every month. So I have this monthly thing going on, so I kind of wanted to take this moment to thank them. Okay, so readings. Everyone's ready for readings. Make sure that you place if your name is not part of your handle, please put your name, your first name. You don't have to put your full name, but please put your name and your question. And if you want a general reading, please let us know. Don't just say I want a reading. Just say, please, I want a general reading, or I have this specific question, and ask the question, so that way we know. And if you have someone that you're asking about, please do share their first name as well, so that way we know. So that we can really connect. And for those of you who are watching from a computer, and if you're having a hard time, typing in your comments, you may want to watch this or go into your phone, because sometimes the comment section, I don't know why, I don't understand why YouTube does that, but you may want to go onto your phone so that you can comment and place your comment in here. So anyway, we'll leave it as that. I'll stop talking and then just let you guys ask their questions. Yeah, so we got, let's see. Sandra says, she wants a general reading.
Okay.
Sandra would like a general reading.
Okay. Hi, Sandra. Okay, so the first card is the Ace of Cups. So as I was connecting to you, yeah, I feel like love is in the air. This could be with your current partner if you have a current partner. If not, I feel like if you just met somebody or you're with somebody, engagement, a commitment, a marriage, definitely like a soulmate energy. Again, take that how it resonates, but I definitely feel like you are in a space of giving and receiving love at like such a high capacity. This Queen of Pentacles energy is also coming forward. So this is like stability. This is nurturing. I feel like you could be a mother or maybe a single mother and somebody's coming forward to like a blended family, but I'm definitely getting again like love and mother, like a family coming forward for you at this time. Take that how it resonates, but this is the energy of birthing and nurturing, right? And accessing your emotions. The Six of Raphael from the Archangel deck. This is like, this person could be from your childhood or from the past. This is like this whole reading, and the energy that I'm feeling right now is really just accessing love at another dimension and accessing your emotions, and again, giving and receiving love at a whole new capacity. Sending you love and light, and I hope that this resonated with you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Allison and Sandra. I hope that you enjoyed that reading, and let us know in the comments how that resonated with you. So the next person that I have here is Moonstruck, and her name is Christy, and
Okay,
she would like a general reading, and she says thank you with a little heart.
of course. Hi, Christy. Okay. Okay, so this is from my Speak Your Truth Oracle deck. The first message that you got is ascend, and this is really, and this is really you like leveling up in terms of your intuition. You may have been receiving messages recently. Whatever you are being guided to do, trust. I feel like there is somebody that has passed from the other side that's really coming forward for you lately. You may be seeing, I don't know, I'm getting like feathers or pennies heads up, or like numbers, but you're definitely receiving signs from somebody that has passed that is trying to communicate with you. And I feel like this space is not supernatural to you, or maybe this realm isn't as natural to you, but it's here, and it's a beautiful space. You are glowing up. This is the card of success, confidence, your best self, shining from the inside out. You're radiating happiness from the inside out. I feel like whatever situation that you just transitioned from, like this is your best revenge. This is your success. This is your happiness. Whatever you transitioned from did not need a response or a reaction from you. The response or the reaction is the beautiful, amazing, abundant space that you're in, and you are just glowing, and you're continuing to vibrate at such a higher space, and you're receiving messages, and you are really opening up. This is an amazing space for you, Christy.
Wow, that's powerful, Christy. So hopefully this resonated for you, my love. And this is, I love those cards, by the way. I may
Thank
have to like reach out
you.
to you. I need those cards in my
I'm going
life.
to send you a deck.
I need those cards in my life. I was like, I want that. I am guilty as charged. I'm always getting oracle decks, y'all. I can't help it. Okay. It's just the way it is, but that's beautiful, and it just
Thank
feels, I
you.
can feel the high vibration coming. So that's
Thanks.
powerful. Okay, so the next person that came through here is Chris. And Chris she would love a general reading, and she also would like to know what's the best color that you're picking up for her to wear during the spring.
Okay, immediately I am seeing like a periwinkle, like a light blue, a sky blue, a periwinkle. That's the color I'm seeing for you, Chris. I hope that resonates. But yes, it's like this, like sky blue, this high vibrational blue, like a pastel blue. Okay,
I love
and
that.
let's see what messages that Spirit has for you. So I just wanted to note, I'm an intuitive reader. So what that means is I get messages directly from Spirit. And as you guys can see, I am pulling from different decks. The tarot, oracle decks, angel decks. So that's the intuitive reader as opposed to like just the tarot reader. Well, not just, but somebody that reads tarot is I read intuitively and I pull cards and I get messages and I go wherever Spirit wants me to go.
I love that. You and I are the same.
Yes. Okay, so the cards that you have are You're Ready. You're Ready. That came up first. And this peaceful resolution. So I do feel like you are transitioning from something that did cause, Spirit's telling me, like an upheaval, or it did jeopardize your peace in some way. And I feel like you are transitioning away from that, and it feels like such a breath of fresh air for you. Yes, and we have this Eight of Swords just to confirm that whatever situation that you were in the recent past, my contract with Spirit, that is like 3 to 6 months. Of course, there's a grace period, but let's say the last few months you were in a situation that caused you to feel bound or caused you to feel stuck in some way to something for whatever reason. But I feel like the energy is clear. I feel like the chains are broken and you are in peace and you are no longer bound to this situation and you are ready to move forward.
That's powerful. Yes. I love that. Chris, I hope you enjoyed that reading. And I love that periwinkle. I love that color. It just, I don't know, but it feels very angelic to me.
Yes.
Right? It feels very angelic. So maybe that's just like the angels coming your way, Chris, through the colors that through the color of periwinkle. Okay, so we got Peggy, and Peggy would love to hear your thoughts on a new color for her. Her closet is very gray and black.
Okay, I am getting salmon and lilac.
Ooh, I love that.
Yes, so like a lilac or a purple and salmon. Again, that could be like mauve, again, however that resonates. Like if you're not like a super bright person, then you can tone it down a little bit, on the color wheel. But those shades for sure, I'm seeing them both for you, Peggy. Did you want a reading also? Well, you know what? Spirit has a message for you because this Three of Wands came out as I was connecting to your energy and seeing colors. So the message for you here with this Three of Wands, and this is fire sign energy. Fire sign energy is Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. We did just transition to Aries season 2 days ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2 days ago.
Right?
Yeah.
So with this Three of Wands energy, I feel like you are going in a new direction. You are making a choice to take a pause and to really just align with your heart and what lights you up, and choose to go in the direction of the fire and the passion that is inside of you. So whatever this is, and I always tell people things happen first energetically before they happen in the physical. So even if this is something that you are just thinking about, again, like access that fire, access that spark. We're now in Aries season, and this is a perfect time to really ignite. And it's like throwing a stick of dynamite into the collective. Everybody's like engine is going now, and we're not in Pisces season anymore, reflective and in our feelings. So access that space, access that energy, and sit with it, and really just only allow what feels explosive to you and what lights you up.
That's so beautiful. So Peggy, I hope that resonates with you. And then I just kind of wanted to weave in a thank you that came in from Moonstruck Christy. She says that was awesome. Thank you so much.
You're
She
so
said
welcome.
so much.
You're so welcome.
And so Peggy, let us know in the comments. Oh, she did say while you were talking that she likes brights for sure. So then yes on teeting. I'm not so tea or tiding. Maybe is that what it is? I don't know.
Reading, maybe.
On a reading. Yes, on a reading. Yes, that's probably what it was. You're right. She says, thank you so much. That sounds great. Oh my gosh,
You're
Peggy, I
so
look forward to
welcome.
seeing you with those beautiful colors. That and I
Yes.
can see that really just also just bringing so much high vibration into your space. Now we have James, and he would like a possible general reading, and he says thank you.
Of course. Hi, James. Okay, so we have the High Priestess and the Four of Cups for you. So this High Priestess, I'm like, what's when you get directions reversed? Like, this is why I could like never cut my own hair or like do anything crazy, because I'm always the wrong way. Okay, so this High Priestess energy, James, this is you really, this is your knowing, and this is your gut feeling. I feel like you have, the word that I'm getting is a sixth sense. I don't normally say that. I usually say intuition or knowing, but that's the word that spirit is telling me. You have a sixth sense, and I feel like there is a situation in your life or in your energy that you just know. You just know the deal. You know what's happening. You can foresee things. You're getting premonitions, or you had premonitions about this situation. And I'm hearing from spirit, whatever your gut is telling you is confirmed. Whatever it is that you know, you know. Four of Cups. So this Four of Cups energy is just a reminder to focus on the positive. It's okay to be in your feelings. It's okay to like be disappointed, right? If someone or something did not live up to your expectations, or a situation left you disappointed, of course. But again, like, acknowledge that space, right? Because that is how we heal. So don't dismiss it, but you're not going to live in that space. And this Four of Cups, James, is your reminder to acknowledge the space, right? Whatever it is that you know, acknowledge it, choose yourself, feel the feelings, and then move forward with gratitude. Because what you leave behind, what's coming for you, is tenfold from whatever it is that you left behind.
That's so powerful, James. I hope that resonated for you, and that felt really really beautiful. So we have April. So she has it's a two-part question. She did
Okay.
put here a second question right after. She would like a reading, but she also would like to know what's her best color for spring.
Okay. Hi, April. I love the name. Okay. Your best color for spring, I'm feeling white. I don't know. I feel like there is white is symbolic to you for one reason or another. Definitely let me know in the comments like how you feel about white. But spirit is really telling me that, I don't know if it's like you never wear white, or like you have an aversion or you love it, but like there's something there. White like is really radiant. I feel like very angelic for you, very radiant and very pure and positive. And that's what I'm getting for that. So yeah. And for your reading, let's see what messages that spirit has for you. As I already picked up the Archangel Oracle deck as I was seeing the white.
Wow, that's powerful. And James says thank you, by the way.
Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, so You have the romance, and this situation will improve. Also with the no. So the sorry, I know it's hard to see these. So what the archangels are telling me to just wait. I feel like you may be going through it with love, either if you have a current partner or that's something that you desire. I do feel like there is somebody in your energy though, but you do feel a little like in distress, right? Like what are the next steps? Is this person like what's their integrity like? Or maybe something happens that you didn't really like. But what I'm hearing is like things are moving forward. This situation will improve. I feel like let this person show you who they are. Um, Again, and you do nothing, right? There's nothing that you need to do, but again, back to the white, attract positive energy, positive light, and know that you are protected by Archangel Michael and you have an army of spirit guides around you. And I feel like it's you want to say something to somebody, or you want to do something, or you want to find out something, or something is not right with you, and that's fine. But again, your only job, I'm hearing, is to sit back and receive. And you are going to receive. So whether it's with this person or someone else, you are going to receive the love that you deserve.
That's so powerful. April, that's so beautiful. And white is a really beautiful color, I feel, because to me it's just that invitation, right? To me, it's this invitation of receive,
Yes.
and to also express the colors. And I feel like, when you think about white light, it's it's all of the colors in one. When you think about the refraction and the reflection of like the rainbows, so it's just so beautiful. And April says she loves white now, so thank you. And then she said, you know what she said? She says that she bought a white blazer, but she's scared to get makeup on it.
I knew it. I knew it. That's why I was like there's something there. Like there, yes, wear it, April. It's going to look amazing on you and totally raise your vibration.
And you know what? I think it's worth a try. Just wear the white.
Tried to
Sometimes,
go.
yeah, and I feel like I have the same issue sometimes, but you know what? The benefit of white is that you can use, if it gets a stain, you can use bleach or whatever, to get the stain out, and it'll be fine. So go
Yes.
for it. Well, I guess it depends on the outfit, on the fabric, but still, there's ways that you can take out that. So, and she said that really resonated. So she says thank you. And then Peggy also
You're
said
welcome.
that thank you so much. And then also Chris was thanking you for that everything resonated. And she's gonna be looking for a new shirt in Periwinkle. Oh yes, I'm loving this. This is
You
so
guys are
beautiful.
amazing. I am like on cloud nine connecting with all of you.
And I have to say, so I had Lori, Lori Sheffer.
Yes, I
I
love
had her over.
Yuri.
I had her over for um on a Thursday, and she was talking about the keto and like the shamanic practices of the
She's
keto.
amazing.
She's amazing, and she loved the everyone here. She was like, "You have such a wonderful audience. They're so
Yes.
nice and so kind." So y'all, I just have to say this. I have to say this out loud here, so y'all know the y'all are praised so much, like behind the scenes, and I have to say, like, thank you so much for being so high vibe and so amazing and so loving,
Absolutely.
and bringing all that beautiful energy, because it really does help. It makes these live streams so much fun, right? And it helps us connect deeper with you, and it just creates this beautiful space for everyone. And so I want to thank everyone here
Yes.
that is
Thank you
watching.
guys. I am really enjoying interacting with you. And thank you guys so much like for engaging with me and for allowing me to read for you.
Yeah, and if anyone else wants a reading, let us know in the comments. We had some people come in. We did some readings already, but in the meantime, I really love how you were picking up the colors for people. I never even thought about that. So I've been feeling also like the lighter colors, like more of the pinks and the whites and the I've been feeling like I used to wear a lot of black myself, a lot of black and grays, and like, you know, and so now like my heart, it's almost like my heart, my soul wants to go towards the lighter colors.
Yes.
um you know, and so it's interesting, you know, we go through these phases. Not that I'm against black, I do love wearing black too, but I don't know, it's just something about the colors that it really does create a different energy when we wear it,
Yes, it
you know.
creates a different energy. Absolutely. I actually do love a good black outfit, but notice I said I love it. Like if you're wearing an all black outfit and you're like, wow, this looks great. I love this. Um, that's absolutely that's what we want. But if you're wearing a black outfit or all black all the time and it's not serving you,
Yeah, it's not gonna be, you know, for your highest good. And kind of like what you said, is it's all about going back to our highest good, what feels good to us, what like resonates with us, what brings us joy. So I love this conversation today, and this was such a fun reading too, like finding out what color to wear.
yes,
um
I have a very quick story that I want to share with you guys about colors actually. So um as you guys can see, it's like weird pink, right, in the background. So during the pandemic, when I was working out, working, and doing everything, right, from my room, basically, because I lived in a different space during the pandemic. So I had like two rooms, everything, working out, eating, cooking, cleaning. Um, so I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Like, you know, it's like you get into a routine, like this monotonous routine, or at least I was. The pandemic did not serve me. So I was like, okay, what's like one little thing, right? Like I can't break out of this house yet. So what's one little thing that I can do? So I ordered a pink LED light bulb from Amazon. And when I tell you, it changed my life. Like I never went back. I can never, ever, ever put a white, regular, old light bulb in this lamp again.
I
And
love it.
every time like I was on a work Zoom or I like anything, or even like when I do lives, everyone's like, oh, where are you? And I don't know, it just became a vibe and it really just shifted. And it's like, who would have thought?
Yeah, just that
Something so
like color of the,
small.
well, you know, they have this thing, they have these color therapy like they're like lamps, these lamps that have like all the colors of the chakras. And then I've been to a practitioner here. I mean, you have to get it done locally, obviously, because they kind of shine the light into your
Mhm.
chakra system. And I have to say, like, you might think that it doesn't shift anything, but it does. I would leave that session feeling renewed, and I don't know, like the energy was a lot lighter. And it's almost like if you got Reiki done, like, you know, like when you go get Reiki
Mhm.
and then you kind of feel lighter, the same
Yes.
thing. And it was all with light, but again with the
Wow.
colors, with the color, it was like colored light. So there's something about the colors and color therapy. Definitely, it is a thing. So it's important to connect to colors, and I love that. I love that. I was actually thinking I want to add something on my background here. I've been thinking about adding like some LED lights, like to have some color on the background, because I'm the same way. I love color. I love color, and I feel like color is just, it's just so much. I don't know, it just, it brings so much joy. Like, it's hard for you to see something colorful and feel sad.
I know,
Color
and I know it's very aesthetic, and you know, like even thinking about, you know, something that like back to, you know, what you're wearing, like before you leave your house, you know, even like color aside, if you leave your house and you don't really like or love for that reason, like what you're wearing, that sets the tone for your day.
mm,
You know, or even the space you're in, right? If, you know, there's nothing, you know, it's just not resonating with you, then, you know, that again, like that's setting the tone. And what we're trying to do is we are setting the tone and raising the vibration or the frequency, so that sorry, that was my son.
It's okay.
We are really, Max, hold on. Yes, we're really, raising the vibration and the frequency. Yeah. And like all day, every day, and being intentional about doing so.
I love it. I love it so much. So I hope y'all are really enjoyed this today. And I kind of wanted, okay, so somebody came in and said something about, I guess, how to remove stains from your white
I love it. Look, tell
Dawn
me,
spray.
please. I need assistance with that.
Yeah. So I guess Erica says Dawn spray does miracles. So I'm gonna. Oh, you're talking about the one that's the concentrated one, right, Erica?
The spray,
Okay.
right? Like
Yeah, I think
yes.
yeah. I've never used it for clothes, but hey, I may have to use it for my white clothes. So then now we know, because I don't want to
Thank
be afraid of
you.
wearing white. I want to be able, and then why not get a little messy, right? You know, why not let ourselves get a little messy and get a little, like, I have this beautiful white dress that I wore for a cacao ceremony, and I was worried that I was gonna get dirty at the bottom because I didn't want to wear, I like to be barefoot, so I didn't want to wear anything. So I'm a little short, so I was like, oh, it's gonna be, and then I thought about it, I was like, no, let me just allow myself to, I could always wash it off, you know. And I did, and it was so much fun, and I was able to wear that white color, and I was able to like allow myself to be a little messy if I wanted to, and it was just fun. It was just like, carefree, right? And then we could always wash it later, use that Dawn spray, like Erica says. And
Dawn's the best
we're
for
not
you.
promoting any brand, but we're just kind of talking here of
It's
of the
always good
record.
to share little hacks with each
Yeah,
other.
just little hacks that we're sharing here. And then here we have, okay, so I have two Peggies that follow me here. So that there's another Peggy that says thank you, and she learned a lot.
Oh,
Erica says that
good.
you joined
I'm
late.
so happy.
And then, for those of you who are joining late, I mean, we still have a little bit of time. If you want a reading, let us know in the comments. For those of you who are joining late, and so if you want a reading from our beautiful sister queen goddess, Allison G, aka the Intuitive Blonde from the Intuitive Blonde Healing, then you can ask her a question here. And I also kind of wanted to invite y'all to, excuse me, first of all, invite you to go to her YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel as well. So if you really connected with her and you love her, then and you want to support her, please do go into her YouTube channel and look her up under the Intuitive Blonde Healing. And then also, if you look under her name right now, you have the handle for her Instagram. That is the handle to her Instagram, which is the Intuitive Blonde _ healing. And then you can go there and connect with her. So she's always sharing things about how to vibrate higher. She's always posting videos about little hacks, little ideas, little messages. She's always doing little videos that are very just uplifting. So you definitely want to follow. I know I follow her, and I will never unfollow her because every time I see her videos, I just get excited and happy. So I hope that y'all go back in there and support her and follow her so that she feels the love. Love her, love her, love her. Send her all the love. I know that y'all are super supportive, and so I kind of wanted to share that. So
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. And I just wanted to thank you again for just taking this time to
Of
share with
course.
us, to and just sharing your story about how you came to this understanding, right, of how to manifest, and how our clothes and our closets and our wardrobe do play a part in that journey of manifestation and in that journey of vibrating higher. So I can't express to you how grateful I am. And so for people to watch it now and also on the replay, I think this is going to be really beautiful for people. So I don't see any more questions, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. So do you have anything else that you would like to say before we go, Allison?
I always have so much to say. I think I said enough tonight. What I do want to say is thank you to you, Jikara, and to all of you watching, whether you're here with us tonight live or if you are watching the replay, I am beyond, beyond, beyond grateful and honored to be invited to this space with you and all of you guys. And I hope that you received whatever it is that you needed to receive tonight. I look forward to continuing to connect with all of you. And yes, Jikara, this is like, we need to make this a thing.
Yeah, right? You enjoyed it. You okay, so I
So
want
much,
everyone to
so
tell
much.
me in the comments. Do you want Allison to come back? Let me know. Y'all let me know in the comments. And I'll bring her back. I'll make sure I book her in. And I'll bring her back. So let me know in the comments. Do y'all want Allison to come back and chill with us and talk a lot about other things? Maybe we can talk about manifestation next time and we can dive a little deeper into that.
Yes, let me know what you guys listen. You guys can pick my brain.
Yeah, so that definitely do let us know in the comments. And then I just kind of wanted to say Peggy is going to Hawaii in April and she will wear salmon capris and she will look for lilac. So she does like her black but doesn't like gray anymore. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you that she's mentioning that.
Oh, thank you. Well, have the best time in Hawaii. And I'd love to see pictures of you in your new wardrobe.
Yes. Oh, definitely, Peggy. Please do share. And then April says, yes, bring her back.
Oh,
So that's
thank
great. So we're gonna
you.
bring her back. We're definitely gonna bring her back. And then James say another chat would be good. Yeah. So that's amazing.
Thanks, guys. I am
So
feeling all the love. Thank you.
so I love my peeps, my fam. I love y'all. And then yes, Christy says she has great energy. Yes, I
Thank
love it.
you.
I
You
knew
guys
I knew you
are
were
so sweet. You guys are making me blush.
I knew you were gonna be a hit girl. I was like, Team Allison. Who's Team Allison? So awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that all of you enjoy this, that you receive something from this. I can't express enough. And yeah, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and just say goodbye to everyone, but it's not forever because I'll be back tomorrow at noon with Maurice and Claire. We're gonna be talking about spirit animals and how to connect with them. What? So you better want to make sure that you make sure that you either come live tomorrow at noon Eastern time or you watch the replay. And if you want to go back to watch this replay as well, it's going to be available right away. So just, come on. It's going to be available if you want to maybe like refresh some of the things that Allison talked about tonight. Make sure that you go back and watch. Or if you know someone that could potentially benefit from this video, please do share this video with someone that you love. So thank you enough. I cannot thank you enough, y'all. I love
Yes.
you and
Namaste.
namaste.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for having me, Jikara. Keep doing this. You are amazing. Like, no words.
Oh, thank you.